Hey everybody, thanks for joining us for PIK Presents Live from the Knitting Wars. As you can see, it is just myself and Ann Pinkova. Um, Most of the
We'll be
regulars aren't
joined
able
by
to
more
come.
later. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, so it's us for now. Hey! Hope
Hey,
you didn't miss us too much.
I know. Been away so
So,
long.
it's been something. So,
Hey, not to
hey!
pause you just as we're starting, not even a full minute in, but we were going to open some more advents.
Oh, I remembered. They're right here. Actually, I
Oh,
forgot, but I have them right here, so it's good.
see, you rock. You're on it. You're already.
Yeah, no, it's all good. So,
So
do you want to do that now? Do you want to wait? I mean, it's been literally 7 seconds.
it
Well, here, it's
has. I
been a
mean, we
minute
can
now.
we can wait a little bit if you want. Want to show what
Oh,
you've been knitting? Oh, sorry, go
there's not much to show. It is this big. It is a half
ahead.
band.
It's so little.
It's this really pretty yarn, and I'm sure that I know the color name, but I don't have the thing in here. It's from Sweet Mountain Crafts. It's one of her sport weights, but I didn't buy it when it was on super clearance sale. It's really pretty though.
Mhm.
So I'm hoping that I will get this done by Thursday because on Thursday I clean house for a 90-year-old man, and I want to give him a Christmas present, and I thought he would like a hat. Because
Nice.
he's generally cold. So I thought that he would maybe make use of it. So we'll
I'm
see.
cold. I don't even know what it would be like when you're 98. Probably colder.
No,
But
no, no. He's 90, but also,
90.
um,
Sorry.
well, I just know that he's always cold because I'm always hot. And when I go to his house, any time of the year, it's always hot. Summer, there's
Mhm.
no air. Winter, there's heat. There's all the heat. So,
Yeah. It's kind of like when you walk into an old folks home and you're like, it's warm
like
and kind of humid and mishty. It's not great.
I drink all the water when I'm there, but that's okay. It's worth it. Um, So that's what I'm doing. And that's the story behind what I'm doing. So, hey, what
Nice.
about you? What have you got happening?
Well, I am still knitting on the endless gift scarf. I'm sure it will finish sometimes. I finished the stocking.
Ah, you won. Anne
I
won.
won.
Whoever was giving her cash money yarn, whatever it was, Anne won. So
That's very kind of.
nice.
But anyway, so yes, I finished it and I haven't woven in the ends yet. I like
Yeah.
started when I Kitchenered up the toe yesterday, I got like the first couple and then well here, I'm gonna show off the stocking, but I'll turn this bad boy inside out because it is not insubstantial. It's like, oh, here, I have it all on my side. It's like all of
Just
those.
just a little bit of stuff to do.
Just a few. Just a couple. Just yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, I will I'll be doing that later.
Cool.
Not now. Not when, I have to kind of focus for that. But yeah, so that end, I have another gift thing that I absolutely have to finish, but I have an idea for a gift for somebody else. So
Cool.
want to consult. So I
Consult
have
who?
the what?
Who you got to consult about it?
Well, you and the chat.
Oh,
Hello, the
okay.
chat.
Hello, chat.
Hello, chat.
Adam
Thanks for
has been
sharing.
amusing everybody with songs while we've been doing whatever we do. So that's nice.
See, even if we are late, Adam is always on his game.
He is.
But anyways, you may
Oh,
recall. Oh, sorry.
just talk for a moment. I will be right back. My tea that I picked out is super gross. I'm just gonna go start a new
Oh,
one and I'll listen.
that's yeah.
Okay?
That's always a tragedy.
Yeah, no,
Well,
I'm sad.
so you may recall my Memento Mori gloves, and I've been wearing them, and they're awesome. They are slightly small on me, though. I should have done a row or two more on the fingers, but whatever. But my brother is down a pair of gloves this winter. He just lost his old ones or something. And he really
Oh.
likes these, but he has larger hands than I, so they definitely don't fit.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's nice that he's like, no, wait, those are cool gloves. I want those. But I have, oops, and then I just totally biffed it. 1 second. So I have this yarn, which is dark blues and greens, and it's worsted weight, and it's by Chicken Lady, and I cannot remember for the life of me what it's called. I want to say it's something tartan related, like something Black Watch,
Oh,
something.
yes, I remember
Anyway,
that yarn.
and hi, Joe, in the chat. But yeah, it is absolutely beautiful, and I'm not sure if I should, for the contrasting color skulls, if I should do like black yarn, but that would be really subtle and really hard to see. But then,
No, that sounds too much.
there's big old skulls. Or, and I just dropped it on the floor. So apologies to everyone for having no video when I run on the floor for stuff. But I have this gold also Chicken Lady. I think it might technically be bulky, but it's not it's
Let
not
me
very
look. My tea is in the microwave. Let me double check.
okay. But I mean,
There's enough contrast. Hold them up next to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, having the gold with the dark green.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, you definitely would see the skulls, but I'm
Right.
not sure it's a good idea. Like, is that too loud then is it too loud for dudes? That's the question.
I'm sorry, but my kids are learning sign language, and so now they're able to talk to me without talking, and I'm sorry.
It's all good fun.
Oh, look, there's a guest. Yay! It's Amy. I think that the gold is too
Hey,
much. Oh, let me fix this layout.
we're so
Please do.
close. Shoulder
We're
to
like
shoulder.
super fun. Hey,
Cheek, cheek.
what's up, Amy?
No, we need to fix that. People don't need to see all this. There we go.
Hey.
I need black space.
I have to go get my tea out of the microwave. But what I was going to say is that I think that the gold is not the correct choice either, and black is not the correct choice. You need a different contrast.
I need yet another
Small
color.
Town Girl says, "How about gray to go with the navy?" I always go with gray as as my neutral.
Gray works. I have I'd have to
How about
like
these color choices?
see.
Those are lovely
That's
color choices.
What are we trying to decide here? Because you need a light and a dark for whatever you're doing, I can tell.
Yeah, I have here. I will let me just
She's making
bring
her
this.
Memento Mori mittens for her brother, and so she's got a blue and green, and then
Here,
she
let
was
me
trying to
just
pair it with
up
black
this
or
light
gold.
until it kills me. Till I fade like a vampire, so you can see the color though.
Oh, hey.
So yeah.
Okay.
See, so there's blues and dark greens and there, and it's very very pretty. So
And?
the question is, and I'm making these gloves.
Mm-hmm.
So I need the contrast color.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
not yellow.
I mean, the yellow would be all right, but I don't know. It might be too much. I feel like gray would be good.
Gray would
I
be
think you
good.
need an opposite of you need a contrast on the color wheel kind of thing,
Mhm.
Yellow's too
Yeah.
yellow close.
I mean, okay, so this would probably be very nice, but I'd have to double it up because this is like worsted.
That would be nice.
This is
It
fingering.
would be nice.
So
Also, do you want two variegated yarns, or will it make it muddy?
That's true. Though this is a really light variegated though.
Right.
But yeah, I get your
Just,
point.
yeah, somebody else says, love me some gray. Somebody said my dad minored in sign language. It was a very useful skill. Yeah. Yeah, now that my
I know
kids
sign
are...
language too. And I will
well,
not teach you the naughty words unless you learn the good words. So
No, but my kids have been learning it, and so now they can talk to me while I'm doing this, which I was just dying because my kid made me laugh hard. So that's all. Yes, Anne, I think that you need to continue to quest for a different color.
yes, you
that
need
is
contrasty.
good.
See? See blue and gray there? See? Yeah, you need contrast. I'm very proud of this. Isn't it cute?
It is adorable.
I stole it from someone.
It's a great idea. He just plucked it off some youngin's head as he walked by.
Well, like somebody shared it, and I was like, "Oh, that's a cute pattern. I don't feel like looking up the pattern. Let me see if I can just do it." So, and I did.
Nice.
I did.
So how you been?
About like that.
Uh-huh.
I keep sighing at work, and I'm like, "I'm sorry, that's really loud." Karen's like, "Yeah, it is, but I feel you."
Right.
Just the days it all just blah,
Mm-hmm.
blah blah blah. That's how it's been for days.
Oh, that sucks.
And here comes my husband. Hey. Hello, dear. Be right back. Talk amongst yourself, Anne.
Okay, I guess.
What happened? Why did Amy leave you? I'm back.
Because her husband walked in. Like everyone's having family dealios. I'm just hanging out. I'm
Yeah,
just here.
I apologize.
I'm in the moment. I don't have anyone to interrupt me. That's the real issue. But, I'm focused like a laser.
Like a laser. Okay, so I hear about the sweater I was going to wear today, but
Sure.
my husband wouldn't share with me. So it's technically his sweater, and he's currently wearing it. So I guess that he wasn't as mean as I was feeling at the time. But I wanted to wear his Curse of Oak Island shirt because he has a sweater that. Do you guys know what the Curse of Oak Island is?
Vaguely.
Like a treasure hunting thing?
Yeah, it's on history. And it's on history, and they are looking for treasure off of the coast of Nova Scotia, and they've been looking for it. People have been looking for this treasure for hundreds of years, but the show has been on for at least 10. And my husband watches it, and I mentioned on other Tuesdays that my mother-in-law's here because on Tuesday nights, that's when the show is on. My mother-in-law drives the hour to our house to watch it with us because we're such nerds, okay?
That's awesome.
And it's a family thing. And he has a sweater that it says the Curse of Oak Island, and it has like the guy who does the metal detecting. He goes, "Holy shamoly," and it says that like on the tops of the arms, and it's like an ugly Christmas sweater, but it's an Oak Island, and he wouldn't let me wear it. And I tried to give him my crocheted sweater instead, my big old crochet cardigan that is like a blanket, and he would not trade with me. I don't know why.
Man.
Wow.
So
Chipped.
Wow.
Now I do have a question. I might have missed it. How did the stocking competition go?
Oh, Anne blew me out of the water because I haven't finished mine. And she just finished hers, so there you go.
Here, I will show it off again because I am very proud of it.
It is very lovely.
Oh, that is awesome.
My stocking's in the exact same place that it was on Saturday when we podcasted, so. Oh, somebody said they love Gary. Thank you. See, somebody knows what I'm talking about. Thank you. I thought it said love Gray at first. It took my brain a minute to figure out what those letters meant in that order.
I have heard of it. I've just never watched it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I don't I tend to be putting the kids to bed during it, but I do watch some of it. But it's one of those things where every time there's something that they find. It might not be a huge piece of treasure, but we found these British coins from 1680, and so you're like, but why? Why are they there? The British weren't supposed to be there then. So it kind of is enough to keep you interested. And they're doing all this big digging with all of these big, I don't know. So it's hey, look, I have a weird thing that nobody else knows about. I finally have a thing.
Instead of Anne.
That's fantastic.
I'm proud of myself.
Liz
says she really Top pocket find. That's when he finds something good. They found a ring once. It was very good.
Nice.
That was a long time ago. And Liz says she wants him to find the big treasure. So yeah, that's what it was. Maybe next time we podcast on a Tuesday, I'll get the sweater before because he tends to wear it when we watch the show because we're really huge dorks like that.
That's awesome.
Well, I convinced his mom to buy it for him a couple of years ago because I'm like, that's funny, and he'll wear it, and it's funny. So
I am judging not. So
it's all right. I I, go over to my brother's house because we're watching Deep Space Nine together. And oh my gosh, the Bajorans elected a new pope, and it was like intense. There was like a firebombing of a school in space. We were
That does sound intense.
paying attention. It was crazy. Stuff got wild.
It sounds wild.
I
Before we
watched
continue
Garfield
on,
Thanksgiving.
Oh. Was it good?
Yes, you don't remember Garfield Thanksgiving from when you were a kid? Remember the
Do I?
specials? And I was talking about how I love the specials in the Halloween one.
I don't
Was it
remember
you guys?
Garfield. I remember Charlie Brown.
Okay, yes. Well, Garfield had specials too. Maybe I was
Okay.
talking on it night. I don't know. Anyway, Garfield has specials too. And Tina texted me. She's like, it's on YouTube. I'm like, oh. So I found Garfield Thanksgiving on YouTube.
Nice.
I was watching a couple, I was watching like the Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra Christmas special. And now that's all YouTube is recommending to me. Like, hey, you like some old timey Christmas specials? I'm like, actually, I do. But I was
Target
going to watch
audience,
something
finally.
else. Yeah, well, I mean, I was watching your new podcast instead. I was like, no, focus. Got to watch it.
Because, they only come out like once a season. So
Exactly.
Yeah, I saw that it came out, and then I wandered away. I forgot it came out. I'll go watch it
there's
later.
no pressure to watch it because it'll be 2 months before there's another one, so it's fine.
Yeah. A Stitch in
Unless
the
you want
Sky
to win a
says she's
children's
watching.
book.
Wait, what about a children's book?
Unless you want to win a children's book that I'm going to give away. There's no rush to watch it.
What's the age range?
Younger than yours.
Okay, never mind. I mean, not that I wouldn't also love to win a book, but yeah, I'll let somebody else go for it. Holy moly.
Sorry, I segued
Did
you
you
earlier.
show off? Did you show off your projects while I was gone making tea?
I showed my hat that I was trying to show you in the contrasts. My cool Granny Square hat.
It's very
I like
cute.
your cool Granny Square hat.
And of course, making another baby blanket because what else do I do? So but make baby blankets.
It's a pretty one though, like one of those sad beige babies, which I think are really
cute. Well, there's yellow coming, so don't worry.
There we go. It'll be mustard
yellow is
too.
coming. So,
Well,
but everybody
nice.
picks.
I just realized
outdoor themes now, so I have to pick like these brown woodland colors.
Oh.
I
I'm
just
not a fan
found
of
out
woodland.
that I totally schlubbed my I-cord edge on this. Can you see that? You can see it on my face.
Is anybody can be able to tell besides you?
Yeah, because it's a straight edge and it's one little knobble in it.
Okay, so think of your recipient.
Yeah.
And think of their knitting knowledge.
Doesn't matter. It's obvious. You see? Well, you can't because it's all black yarn. This is a straight line. You can see it. There is like a little.
Hold it closer.
I'll put my hand behind it like fancy podcasters do. You can tell.
All right.
How it goes in right there?
Looks
maybe
like
I'll give it to
down.
you.
That's an indentation.
Can you just drop down or no? It's not that kind of fix.
I don't even know how I'd start to fix it on an I-cord edge though, because what I've done is I've knit past it, and then I went back to doing I-cord. So I'm like,
why don't you just block the heck out of it and let's see what happens?
It's like
I also love duplicate stitch when I
block that one spot.
Yeah, duplicate stitch over it. I've done that when I've been making like baby sweaters, and you're supposed to like do those 4 stitches and knit every row, and you forget. It
would be
stitch
more
over
effort. It's 3 or 4 rows of garter. It's
call it a design element, block it out. See, everybody is with us.
I appreciate. If it had been like 40 rows down, I would be like, yeah, I can duplicate stitch it, but like 4 rows, yeah, I can just.
Hey, Amy's gone. Do you want to do our not that I don't like her being here. That sounded like I was like, oh, listening. Amy's gone.
Whoa.
No, but we were just going to open our advent. We were just going to open our advent a little bit, and so I thought if you were off for a minute, we could do it. That's all.
I'm not offended by your Christmas yarn. Bring it on.
Oh, okay.
No, but also, Amy, didn't you get the chicken lady?
I did. I got the Wizard of Oz chicken lady one.
Did you already open it all?
Every single one.
Oh, good for you.
So we're not spoiling it for you then.
Nope.
We're spoiling it for other people, but I guess they don't matter because they're not on screen. I don't know.
Well, the other
That's
people
also
had been
not
warned.
true.
You know,
It's a joke.
you
Before
see,
anybody comes for me.
Amy is like, if she didn't want to be spoiled and we were showing off the yarn, she's like trapped here, man. She can't leave. We're not letting her leave. Not again. So
just
it
go
would
like
be
this.
more rude.
Yeah. Here's a comment for Amy. Just finished the Lydia shawl.
Yay!
I don't know what that is, but good
That's my
job.
sister's shawl. That's Denise's
Oh.
shawl pattern. That
Oh, why don't I know about this? Because I don't
it's
knit
free,
shawls and I missed
and
it.
yes, it's crochet too, and it's free,
Oh.
and it's on our blog, but it's also in Blocked, and it's also featured in the Blocked calendar, which you should go pre-order to have all of us
I
on your
have got to
wall.
order.
You
I have
do.
got to order it.
Because
Anne, I'm sorry.
if you don't order it, it will turn into a pumpkin.
Yes. So please go to the link in Neil's Neil's link tree for Blocked magazine. It's in mine on Two Sisters and Some Yarn.
Well,
And probably other
Amy,
places.
when I forget again, I'm declaring to you that I mean to buy some, and
Okay.
please notice that I didn't do it. And
I will count you.
Thank you. I think that I'm getting a couple. So,
do we have a total of how many that are bought currently? Because we need 100.
We are workshopping if we really need the 100. So I will tell people, if you are, because some people are having some glitchy problems with PayPal, feel free to just fill out the form and not finish payment, because we'll circle back to you, and be like, hey, you still need to pay.
Jen.
We come on, you can pay now. Oh, nope, never mind. You don't have to pay. We didn't get it.
But if you didn't pay,
one,
but if you don't pay eventually, she'll break your kneecaps. So be warned.
Things will happen, and I know people. So yes, you will pay eventually. However, if you're having problems or it's glitchy or whatever, by all means, just fill out the form and we'll see it. What are you doing, Kat?
Obviously you don't love it.
My cat is like climbing in the drawers. Great. Get stuck in the drawers. That's a great idea.
My cat, want to know what my cat does? Every day around 5 o'clock in the morning, the little brat comes in here and scratches these yarn baskets behind me. And so the one on the bottom is just obliterated. She doesn't scratch anything but her scratcher in this yarn basket to wake me up when she wishes that I was not sleeping. And I don't know how to make her stop.
She
makes me crazy.
She's the same way. She scratches on the door to get in, and my husband infuriatingly leaves the dresser drawers open. Like, I'm like, just shut it. You took out what you needed. Shut it. No, he leaves it open.
Oh.
So then she crawls in the dresser drawer, but then she crawls behind the dresser drawer, and then sometimes gets stuck.
And she's not smart enough to get out. Go figure.
She's not smart enough to get out, so then I gotta go rescue her. So we'll see if she gets out.
Yeah, no, but this little cat, she's such a brat, and she does it. Oh, it makes me crazy, because there's nothing like being like, I'll be having a great dream, I'm having such good sleep, and then you hear that noise and you're like, little bastard.
Yep. Okay, so sorry, I digressed. You go back to your Advent.
Oh yeah, that was a long time ago.
That wasn't my fault.
That's fine. Ceci says her cat climbs the door frames. Can you imagine coming out in the hall and having that thing drop on your head?
Ninja cat, like.
Oh my god.
That's
excellent.
Crazy.
Cat lands on you, then goes flying.
I mean, that cat climbs on my back and on my head, and she's crazy as it is. I don't need her falling off of the ceiling onto my head. Like
Spider Cat up upside down on the ceiling.
No, I'm good. Do you have your Advent right there, little lady? I don't know why I just.
Well, hey there, little lady. You got you an Advent. Would you like to look at the Advent with me, little lady?
That's right. Something.
I'm tired today. Just in case y'all didn't know.
Are you stuck?
The cat has been waking me up. Extra special.
All right, she's officially stuck. I'll be back.
How many days are we opening? 4 or 5? 12? I have a sock in my box.
You win.
It's over by the laundry basket. It must have fallen in.
Let's see, do you want to do 2 and 3?
Sure.
Okay.
Ooh, 2 has a rainbow. Ooh.
Oh.
Wrong way.
I only noticed now that for number one wasn't colored. And I'm like, oh, just because she didn't print the labels and colored. No, 2 is colored, so it was a hint.
So
I
does that
didn't.
mean that this is a hint too because 3 isn't colored? I guess we'll find out, huh? Ooh. Okay, so 2. 2 is the
Oh,
Emerald
are we
City.
gonna? So spoilers, because
Oh
we
yeah.
had the rainbow and then the sepia tone.
I don't know where my other one is. It must have fallen out. But here's my rainbow. I got one. Hey.
Look at that.
I'm glad I don't need to watch and I know what they all are because the cat literally is stuck in the dresser.
Like really stuck?
Yeah, and the drawers don't just come out. They're not the drawers you like can pop out. So I have to figure out if I can coax her how to come out or she just has to live there now.
She's like
One of-
suffocating in the dresser. She's like, I can't do anything. And you're like, I don't know, cat. You're just screwed, I guess.
When she was talking about her husband leaving the drawers open, that is one of my peeves. The drawers and the cabinet doors. If I go in the kitchen after one of my family members and the cabinet doors are open and I can see what they were doing, like, oh, you obviously got a cup and then you went and got a snack. Like, I don't want to know what you were doing. Shut those doors. Like, be a person. Yeah. Lisa says she got in there. She can get out.
I don't think she can.
I concur. She'll be fine. She's a cat.
Teresa's Schrodinger's dresser.
So, yes? No, perhaps?
Number 2.
Number 2, this is the Chicken Lady Advent. We're opening day 2, which was technically yesterday. So, if you have your own, this shouldn't spoil anything for you. I hope.
Oh.
Oh, look at that. Okay, so there's a piece of paper in here. It says, Day 1, our movie begins in black and white and changes to sepia tones when Dorothy wakes up in Oz. Day 2, Dorothy wears a blue and white gingham dress throughout the movie. And then, it is very pretty. It is
It's
blue
very
and white. It's not
delicate.
gingham though. Because Chicken
The
Lady's
yarn
good, but
itself
she's
is
not
not
that
gingham.
good.
The yarn itself is not gingham.
No. Wouldn't that be impressive though if she could figure out how to do it so that when you knit it was anyway.
There is yarn like that. I have seen it done commercially, but you have to like knit it exactly at the right increments.
Yeah.
But this is very pretty.
So,
But
it is very
did you
pretty.
see her new Mountain Bluebird colorway?
I did see it. You told me I had to look.
So
and
pretty.
I did. It is pretty.
And this reminds me of that, except that is more there's darker blotches. This is just very, very small and delicate throughout. Like this is lovely,
Very
light
pretty.
blues.
Very pretty.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
And then we're doing 3, which is today.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little house with a tornado on the back. And it's gingham again. I love gingham.
I can't open mine. Must be smarter than the sticker. I know what it is.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road.
Right.
Right?
Of course, you have to have a yellow brick road colorway. It's the law.
It's pretty. And this would have been nice for our Knit Long and Prosper last month. But if you're participating, gold is no longer the color of the month. So you're out of luck.
No. Red is now the color of the month.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
and I bet you we'll get some in here because there are some famous red things in this movie. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, not to poke you to open some more, but if she's following the plot of the film, we have beginning of the movie, gingham dress, yellow brick road,
I mean, we could technically open 4 because then we can do another few days in a few days.
That's true.
What do you think, friends?
What do you think?
Tree says that if you watch Tabitha, she spoiled it for everybody anyway, so it's okay.
I watched Tabitha, but also I was like putting away laundry, so I was not even watching. I was good. I was faithful, and I was true. I'm just
Good
saying.
for you. Iris says do it. Nobody else spoke, so therefore we're doing it. I'm opening number 4.
Iris's voice is the voice of the people.
Well, when I ask a question and nobody else answers, yeah. It's my show. I do what I want.
That's right.
Oh, I know what it is. You were wrong, Anne.
I was wrong.
Day 3, follow the yellow brick road. Day 4. Oh, well, because you haven't opened it yet. Day 4 is Glinda, the Good Witch.
Ah.
And it is pretty holy macaroni. I feel like my camera's not focusing very well
that
today.
Makes sense
it's pretty,
that you meet. It does make sense that you meet Galinda, and Galinda sends her on her way.
Mm-hmm. So, I wish I knew where my other one was, but they're pretty. And, like, they even coordinate, which I wasn't certain about, but they do so far, which is pretty cool.
Very pretty. That is fun.
I'm a fan.
Oh, and I should hold it up with the reindeer.
The cat has been extricated. Extra whatever.
Did you shut the drawer?
No, now the drawer won't go back in, so now she can go in there whenever she wants.
At least she's free.
I got nothing. I don't even know the answer to that one.
I had to pull the whole drawer out, and I can't get it back on the track now, so now I've just left it out. So if she decides to do it again, at least she can get out.
Yeah. Well, that's good. So, we opened an extra day. Yay!
Yay! There's one in there. A couple. Well, there's a bunch in there I like, but there's one in particular that I'm like, ooh, I hope she makes that a full skein.
I wonder which one it is. I'll have to wait.
I don't think it's not one y'all opened yet. I don't think.
Yeah, that's okay. Anne and I got to meet again in a couple days to do
Going back in there. She's like, thanks. You opened a hole for me. Now I can just go in here whenever I want.
Well, at least she's not going to get stuck. So.
That's more exercise than I planned for.
Pretty. Anne, are you sure we can't just open the rest of them?
I am a good girl. Okay.
I opened all mine.
Days.
Fine.
I mean, you could open them and then, pretend like you open them later.
Just make good at lying noises.
Yeah, no. God did not bless me with any sort of deceiving skills. I pretty much what you see is what you get. I cannot tell a lie, really. Like, it's obvious. Yeah, Iris says she never really liked The Wizard of Oz. I never really liked it either, but one of my kids really really likes it. So I've seen it more times than I care to. But I do like these colors though. Like I'm totally vibing with this. So it's good.
So. Nice. It's fun. I think I've told this story before, but our movie theater, and they didn't continue doing it, lame, but they had this thing where they were like, oh, we're going to play some old classic movies and then have the...
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, and they did Wizard of Oz. And let me tell you, seeing Wizard of Oz on the big screen with a theater absolutely packed with people was an amazing experience. It was so cool. And then seeing because sure, I also have DVD version in which I can watch Wizard of Oz anytime.
Right.
It's like, oh, and I see it on the screen.
Right.
In my but then it's like on a big screen, I'm like, whoa, you're like noticing the really fine details with all the prop things. It's really cool.
That's cool.
Anyways, and I think of Wizard of Oz is a Thanksgiving movie. Like it's what the TV played on Thanksgiving along with Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
It's like,
So my grandmother passed a couple of years ago, but she saw Gone with the Wind in the theater for a nickel. And during intermission, everybody left the theater and went out on the lawn and ate their lunch and then went back in and watched the rest of the movie.
That just
And
sounds ideal.
That sounds
I
awesome.
know, it's amazing. And she was telling me the story, and I've always loved the book and the movie Gone with the Wind. And she was like, just like so nonchalant. Oh yeah, my mom and I went and saw it when it came out, and I'm like, really? She was like 14 or something when it
Yeah,
came out. She was, yeah,
that's
it's amazing.
that would be awesome.
Hmm.
I went and saw like one of the Doctor Who's. I forget why they were doing it. Maybe it was around the 50th anniversary. I don't remember, but they released a couple of the David Tennant episodes. I don't remember which ones now, but that was nice on the big screen.
Cool.
To see David Tennant on the big screen, that was great.
A giant David Tennant, and everybody talks about him, and I nod along. I still don't know who that person is. I would not know him if I fell on him.
He's
Oh.
old and creepy now, and it's sad. But
I
wipe
know.
that from your mind. You don't want to know that.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, he was like the skinny guy in Suits who would hop around, and it was very nice.
Yes.
So it's kind of like my crush on Colin Firth, that the older he gets, the more he looks like an old lady, and it makes me sad.
Yeah, pretty
But
much. Yeah.
but he was quite handsome back in the day. Yeah.
He was quite handsome.
Crazy wears on your face. Okay.
Yes,
And
he
it's
is definitely down the crazy train path. So
Colin Firth. I mean, Colin Firth.
Colin Firth just looks like an old lady. I don't know if he's crazy or not. So
I'll tell you,
and
who
somebody
ages
is
like a
excellent in
prime.
Broadchurch.
Yes, he was excellent in Broadchurch. He was still cute in that, but that was a rough one. But
his Richard III is really bad.
Who are we talking about? David Tennant or Colin Firth?
David Tennant was in Broadchurch.
Okay. It just I wasn't sure if I missed something. Okay. Thank you. Colin Firth was still good looking in Kingsman. I haven't seen that movie actually.
Me
I used
neither.
to watch all of his movies because I was that person. I don't have time, and my husband doesn't like stuff. Every year, though, I make him watch Love Actually. It's going to be that time of year.
I don't think I've ever watched that movie.
Yeah, it's one of those Christmas movies that's not
Yeah.
really a Christmas movie. It's just
Right.
happening at Christmas
I need
time,
to watch
and
it.
I love it. And I was watching something, and they were talking
hate
about how
to watch it.
problematic it is, and I'm like, you know what? Too damn bad. So
Yeah.
okay,
I
who
do
was
need to watch
David Tennant in Harry Potter?
He was
Oh,
Barty Crouch Jr.
yeah.
Oh, he was creep. I didn't like him.
He was only there for 5 seconds.
Yeah,
but he was
wasn't there very long.
Minor
with
role.
with that weird lip licking thing. He was a creep. I didn't like him.
Well, yeah.
We watched Love Actually on Sunday. I can't just watch it. You know what I used to do all Christmas season? I used to just watch Love Actually whenever I wanted to. And then I had kids. And then I realized how absolutely inappropriate that movie is for anybody that is not. I shouldn't have been watching it when I was. I was probably too young. It's inappropriate. Good movie, though.
Yeah, we usually watch. We didn't watch Die Hard last year, so we'll probably watch it this year.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just not Christmas until Alan Rickman falls off the tower. So you know.
I do love Alan Rickman. I haven't seen that movie in I can't even remember how long.
Also not child appropriate.
Oh no, most of the good ones aren't, unfortunately.
I do
Although
like the TV version of. Is it the second one? Whichever one where he goes in the snow on the plane.
I think I've only ever seen the first Die Hard.
I can't remember if it's the first. I think it's the second one, and whichever one he says "Yippee ki
Mm-hmm.
you know. Well, the TV version always said "Yippee ki Mr. Falcon." We always used to think that was so funny.
It's like
interesting.
I'm like, what kind of edit is that? Because lips
they
are
were
still
working hard.
saying the words.
That's interesting. No. Yeah, no. And sometimes my mom and I will watch Love Actually, but that hasn't happened in several years either, because if I'm not with my kids, she often is. So,
Yeah.
Oh well. Oh well, that's life. They'll grow up and I'll have all the time I want to watch it.
Yep, pretty much.
So,
yep.
It'll be fine. But so
I think the stupid cat went back in there.
yeah, whatever.
Can't help it though.
Huh?
Cat can't help itself.
Nope, she has an exit though now, so she's okay.
Yeah.
Yep,
Candy
I hear
says
her in
that
it.
she thinks that she's the only person alive who hasn't watched Die Hard. No, I think that I saw it when I was probably a kid on TV. I feel like that's how I saw it, like the edited and sanitized version of it.
Yeah,
I don't
it
know that
was
I've
the
ever
Mr.
seen it
Falcon
uncut.
version.
Yeah.
I mean, it is definitely
Let,
clearly an action movie. You know, you have to like Bruce Willis and that kind of stuff. You know,
yeah.
Hmm.
Let me tell
but
you,
Alan Rickman
Shaun of the
isn't
Dead
good.
was a surprise when I no longer saw the TV version. I was like, whoa!
Yeah,
Didn't know
that
it
does
had this
happen.
much in it.
I've never seen that one either.
Oh, Shaun of the Dead is
I've
cool.
I've seen that one. My husband, I've seen a lot of weird movies because my husband likes weird movies. Like the first time I came over to his house when we were just dating, he was watching Conan the Barbarian with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he's like, "This
My
movie is
husband
so
loves
great,"
that
and
movie.
I'm like, I don't know that I would
Okay.
classify this as great. And he's
Legit
like,
No.
"No,
though,
this is great."
Conan the Barbarian is an incredible film. Like it is. And the soundtrack is almost better than the film, but the film's incredible. You can get the extended version of the sound. I mean, I'm sure you can get like actual like CD or vinyl versions, but there's an extended version of the soundtrack on YouTube. It's like 4 hours.
Oh my gosh.
It's so good. Oh, it's an
4 hours of
incredible.
music?
The music is great because a lot of it is choir pieces.
Uh-huh.
It's epic. It's wonderful. You
Yeah.
should.
Well, he was
It's a
also in like
really,
a zombie.
really inappropriate movie for children.
Yeah, like I
Between
said,
the, yeah,
most of the good ones are.
yeah, it
But
ends with sorry, I don't want to spoil that one, but
Go ahead and
little
spoil it
I
because it's like 50 years old. So,
yeah,
you
it's
know.
50 years old. If people haven't seen it, that's their own damn fault.
I don't know. I will let the content warnings shock you as you go. It will
Okay.
help the story, I'm sure. But no, it actually is an incredible movie.
Yeah. Well, at the same time, I mean, I'd only been dating my husband for, I don't know, a couple of months. And he and his brother were super into like not even like B movies, but like D zombie movies. Like they were so bad, and there was always like a naked co-ed in it because they could. And that's the shit we were watching. And I'm like, how do you even find these movies? Where do these even come from?
So they were watching
But
Mystery Science Theater without the Mystery Science Theater commentary, basically.
they were the commentary. And the movies were like, I don't like horror movies, but like you can't even be scared of those ones because everything is like, it's obviously like for college kids and somebody's got a
Right.
camcorder and they were just running around. But holy shit.
What were they doing? Their best.
Yeah.
Their best.
Were
Yeah.
they
No, it
though?
was just, yeah.
Were they?
I don't know. I don't know, man, but and
Yeah,
I
my
still married
husband.
him after all of that.
I know.
So whatever.
My husband loved Godzilla movies, and I never got into that. Sorry.
I
And
feel like
then
I may have seen some of those too. We were into a serious, like, not even B movie phase for several years here. So,
and we spent many years watching Mystery Science Theater. That was fun. So,
yeah, I love Mystery Science Theater.
me too. It's a channel on
I
Roku. Plays all
know.
day long.
I know. I love Roku channel, and I love to watch Bob Ross in This Old House because I'm an old lady at heart, so it's fine. Hey, what's
Hi.
happening? Look, it's Polka Dot and her polka
Hey,
dots.
Polka Dot.
Yes, represent. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Oh, we're good. What are
I
you
don't
up
think I've ever
to?
gotten to be on with Polka Dot. I think I've always
Yeah.
missed her.
Well, I didn't want
Yes.
to tell you, but she's been trying to avoid you. So,
Oh,
You know, that's not the first time someone said that to me, so that's okay.
That's the first time someone said it to me either.
I know, right?
I'm just kidding.
This
So
is
what's
about as
new?
much people as I can take.
My favorite
I have a very-
people.
I have a very people-y job for someone who doesn't like the people. So
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a
Hey,
good
Anne's
balance.
dad.
Hi.
Hey, Mr. Pink.
Everyone be super cool. My dad's here.
I know.
Act natural.
This is grape juice, Dad. Don't judge me.
Anyways,
I only have a child almost old enough to drink.
Yeah, right?
I love that when I go to Sam's and they're like, your ID. I'm like, you think he's my husband? Like he's my kid. Seriously.
Yeah.
And then one disappointing time, I told the lady, well, I saw the Challenger blow up on live on TV in school, and she just looked at me with a dead face because she didn't know what I was talking about.
Oh my.
Nice.
And I was like, it starts with a 1. Just let me go. Like, now you've depressed me. Leave me alone.
I guess we don't have to act cool because her dad says he's bringing booze, so it's fine.
Okay, good job.
he does. You know, which shows team leadership and responsibility. If you're the person who brings the booze, that makes you
Not
team leader.
necessarily.
It's important. Anyways, so how's it going, Poke Dot?
It's going. In the crunch of the last leg of craft shows, like in-person events. So I'm super swamped, but it's a good problem to have. Like
Mhm.
not having stock now is kind of like, oh God, I don't have enough things for Sunday, but you know, I'd rather have that as a problem than having too many things.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I'm just
staring
tired.
at things until you hate them.
Yes. Well, you know, like the more things you have, the more you notice this little flaw, that little flaw. I'm sure it happens to everybody.
Mhm.
So, but I'm tired. I'm really tired, but that's okay. Again, good problem to have.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that even though you're super busy, you came to hang out with us because, like, you're still crafting, but at least you're like not alone doing it. So that's a thing.
Yeah. Well, it's good to have crafty people to craft with because usually it's just like me in my little cave back there. So
Yeah. No, I get it. But I'm super excited. I saw that my strudel shipped today.
yes, it did. I was
Pretty
rushing this
stoked.
morning. I was very flattered that you ordered one. Like I was rushing to get everybody's strudels out today because I wanted to make sure that just in case they, Christmas shipping, whatever, whoever ordered, everybody's out. So I didn't eat breakfast. I didn't shower. I just made sure everybody's. Well, it was within a reasonable time, but like I just kind of lost track of time getting everybody's stuff together. But thank God everything's out and hopefully there's no issues. So I'm excited that little ones get to enjoy gooseberry pie and strudel. That's always the best part.
Well, my niece is going to be in from Miami. She's like 2.5. And obviously I want to get her stuff, but also they have to fly it home to Miami. So I thought that was nice because it's a thing for her and it's a thing for her parents and it's easy to take. And I'm excited. I'm totally going to read the book before I give it to her. I'm going to read it to my kids.
We had one little one who I think posted it on my husband's X account or both of us, one of those things. But he said that his little son was going on his first plane ride, and he took his strudel with him so that he can feel brave like strudel. And it made me cry.
Oh, that's so cute.
They're going to be flying, so she'll have a brave buddy with her too.
Another flying strudel.
Yes, another one.
Cool.
Yes,
that's cool.
Yeah, just the sweetest thing. Their reactions, the pure reaction to it is like really what gets me. Like I try not to get emotional about stuff, but that like I couldn't. That was just too much. It was too
that's
sweet,
adorable.
too sweet.
That is super cute.
Yeah,
but how fun.
Yeah. So
what are you working on?
Right now I have little keychains. What I decided to do, because I mean, I'm sure as you guys know, supplies of all kinds are expensive, fabric, yarn, everything. So I have like bits and pieces, and I didn't want to toss it. So like my mom was helping me crochet. Like this is going to be a little teddy bear keychain. I turn any scraps I have into keychains. So I have bears, Christmas ornaments, whatever random stuff. And that way, when I go to shows, there's a small little thing that if someone doesn't want like a huge takeaway from my table, something tiny that's inexpensive, gets scraps out of my house and also
Right.
is turns into something rather than
Yeah.
just throwing it all away.
Yep.
Yeah, and
No,
it's
that's
good
awesome.
to have nice little impulse buys too. Like if you can't
Yeah.
commit to the whole thing.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's still the same like style of everything else. So it does fit with it. And I was lucky enough to find someone from church had made a Plinko board. Like I don't know if you remember
Yes.
Price is Right with the
Yep.
pegs and everything. So this kid made a Plinko board and he was getting rid of it. And I thought, well, I'll use a Plinko board. So I converted that into a keychain holder. So it's this huge
Ah,
little stand with the pegs and
cool.
everything. And kids like to take them off, put them on, like they just play with it. So not only
Yeah.
do they sometimes get a keychain, but they also have a fun little sort of playtime at my booth, which is always for me important because there's really nothing for kids to do at these things other than being
Yep.
dragged around by them, whoever brings them. So it's a little kind of like almost like a game
That's cute.
Yeah.
for them.
That sounds
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, we're all
Nice.
about fun here. We like to have fun here. What are you guys working
Cool.
on? Anything fun?
I'm making a hat.
Oh, fun.
It's this big now, friends. It was smaller when we started, so there.
Okay.
Baby blanket, like always.
Oh, that's so pretty. Lovely.
Ant's working on her black hole of a scarf.
That's right.
Sorry,
Oh,
Ann, I took it out of your mouth.
Endless
That is
endless
like
black scarf. Which
that looks like
Oh,
the
wow.
like do you see the like when people have a black cat and it lays on like something black and you just see the eyes? I feel like
Just
you could
the
like
eyes,
wrap
yeah.
up a black
Yeah,
cat in
it's
that.
kind of this was foolish. But I'm going to finish it.
The void.
Yeah, I just
Anne is knitting the void.
that's
Mhm.
right.
Oh,
I'm
my.
knitting the whole void. But I
Wow.
also finished the Christmas stocking. So
That's
Oh,
so
that's
cool.
cool.
there we
And
go.
she's
So I
super
can
proud of
knit
it.
in color also.
Oh
Sometimes.
my goodness.
But yeah, so
Not
that's fun.
everything's brown at Anne's house.
Everything is
Rust
black,
orange.
brown, gray, or burnt orange.
Yeah. I
Burnt
called it
orange
rust,
is
sorry. Burnt orange, whatever. So
Are you guys trying to finish all these things for Christmas, or they're just like random, just doing it for the sake of?
well,
Hopefully for Christmas.
It's not for Christmas. It's just for my mail lady at work is having her grandchild. So
Oh,
nice.
and then I got like
Right.
2 or 3 other baby blankets to make for other people. So
oh
Yeah.
my, that's a
You
lot.
know a lot of people having babies all the time.
I know.
I
Yeah.
don't know that many people having babies.
Yep. Well, a lady at church is having her second baby boy, and they're all boys too. And then one of the Let Them Live staffers is having. Well, we don't know what he's having, but so they did like a really cool color theme on theirs, which was so kind of woodland, but kind of not, lots of greens and stuff. But his wife, it must be like this amazing artist, and like she took their dresser, and I don't know how she did it, but it's painted in such a way that I swear it looks like a Dr. Seuss dresser. Like because the way she outlined
Cool.
each thing in like black, it looks like it's like this cartoon dresser. It's the coolest thing I've
cool.
ever seen. Like it looks like a
Neat.
Simpsons or a Dr. Seuss like dresser. It's super cool. So
That's cool.
their nursery decor is pretty interesting. So I was like, how about I'll come up with something.
Yeah, something fun. Sounds like they're interesting. Mine
I
is
think the
hopefully gonna
walls
be
are
done by
green,
Thursday. So
Oh wow, really?
yeah. I was saying that I clean houses. That's what I do for money. But the one guy I clean for
Not
is
just for fun.
well, like we don't make money doing this in case people are concerned. Like we make a little money, but this is not a job, unfortunately. So my day job is cleaning other people's toilets, and I clean for a man who just turned 90, and I would like to give him the hat for Christmas because I won't see him again before Christmas. But if it's not done, I'll give it to him the next time I clean, which will be after Christmas. He'll be fine. Either way.
That's sweet.
Yeah. He's a nice guy. And I figured, I don't know. He's always telling me that his kids don't visit and stuff. So I go there and I clean his house because he just can't like vacuum and, bend and
Right.
Yeah.
but he's self-sufficient, but and then I
Right.
spend I don't know, like half an hour. I could be out of that house so fast. It's not much work, but I spend like an hour in there, like talking to him and, oh, do you want me to
No.
take that recycling out? And
Mm-hmm.
he says no to me. And he's like, I don't want to lose my independence. I said, I come once every 3 weeks. I'm pretty sure that my taking the recycling out for you today isn't going to hurt anything. Like, it's not like I'm here every day.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
so
that's very nice
but
of you to do.
I like it. It's fun. So
You get paid, you know.
I mean, I do. It is a job, but also, it's a good time. I don't mind. Could be worse. There are worse
Yeah,
jobs
right.
I could have.
Yes.
I've worked some of them. So,
Yeah.
my soul doesn't get sucked out every time I have to go to work, so it's fine. It's good.
that is not fun. I can attest.
Hmm. My last like real job before I started working for myself, my boss hated me.
Hmm.
Oh,
And
really?
my boss also hated my husband, who happened to work at the same company. And the way it worked is that he was in charge of something that like overlapped with what we did. And so he would often show them up and tell them they were wrong. And so they really hated him. It was really, really ugly. It was bad.
Mm.
Oh,
So,
my.
so I'd rather go talk to old guys and clean bathrooms than have to deal with any of that
Yeah.
nonsense. But anyway,
Yeah, I
that's
bet.
my story about that. Sorry. It's a tangent. I'm on a tangent today. I can't seem to help it.
That is what we do.
I can't. I don't know. I'm so tired. I can't stop talking. I don't know why that is. But
Oh, man. Doing.
Well, when
Sorry,
my
I'm having
men
one
get
of those.
home, I will be leaving. So
who's leaving?
when the men get home, I will be leaving because then
Oh,
then my dinner will be ready.
are they making dinner?
No.
Oh, you just planned it ahead.
No, it's just in the crock pot so that when they get home, we'll eat. The ones that want to
I
eat, because they don't eat half of what I make because they're so picky, and I'm like, whatever, feed yourself. I don't care
That's
anymore.
annoying.
I've been doing this for 19 years. I'm tired. Feed your own self.
I get tired of cooking for my people. Today I made mashed potatoes for Thanksgiving and I made too many, so I had like
The best amount.
fresh I had mashed potatoes, so I was like, so we're eating chicken and mashed potatoes because,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it was very
Yeah.
low effort, which was nice. That's how I prefer it.
Yep, me too.
Low
I mean,
effort.
it's just beef stew, but they don't like that. They don't like roast. They don't like any Louisiana food. They don't like casseroles. I'm like, they're just picky.
That's
So,
annoying.
yes. So,
My kids like to complain. I mean, they're much younger, but I started to say to them, like, okay, so you cook dinner. What are you going to make me?
mm-hmm.
And then the one gets all upset. I don't know how to cook. Well, then why are you mad about what I made? Because this is the food. If you can't make it, then fried mashed potato patties. Yeah, every time I try to make those, they turn out like crap. I must do something
Really?
wrong. So, yeah, they're gross. My husband has asked me to stop trying to make them because nobody enjoys them. So,
Just I just want to take this moment to just empower anyone's soul to realize that you can shepherd pie and or tater tot casserole, literally anything
Yeah.
at all.
you know
It's
what, Anne? It's funny you say
They
that
don't
because
eat
I
that
had
either.
actually meant to make these potatoes into shepherd's pie, but I forgot. Now I'm mad at myself. Dang it.
Nope.
Fine.
They don't eat shepherd's pie. They don't eat chicken pot pie. They don't like tater tot casserole.
Okay, do they like tater tots itself or tater tot casserole?
They will tolerate tater tots if they must, but they prefer not.
Because you
I
can
love
do like
tater
a thick
tots.
chili and you can whip tater tots on top of that and be like, ta-da, it's a meal.
I know.
You can do it. You can believe in yourself.
Oh, I'm a good cook. Other people like my food. They're just picky as hell. So
I believe in you too.
Apparently, I need to talk to Anne about what I should make for supper. Because she just listed off like 3 things that I could make because I know how to. And, dude, seriously, I cannot be the only person that does this. Oh my gosh, it's dinner time. And I'm Googling, like, what am I going to make for dinner? And, like, looking at pictures because I don't know. I don't really like to cook. And then the fact that my kids don't really like to eat my cooking, it just turns into this like, why?
Mhm.
We have to survive, but that's it.
I used to be better at meal planning. That's what my son said tonight. He's like, "Well, you didn't plan anything." Because I said, if y'all don't like my dinners, you could tell me what you want, give me some suggestions, and then we can
Mhm.
incorporate that. He's like, "Well, you didn't ask me." I'm like, "You are 19 years old. I have been making dinner the same time for 19 years. Like, you
Mhm.
could have said, 'Hey, mom, you're going to the store today. I would like this week.' No, you didn't. So either you cook or give me some suggestions and make a sandwich if you don't like it."
Therese
'Cause
says something about me thinks some men folk need to learn to cook. So my husband cooks, and he has literally made my children cry with the food that he offers them. Anne knows
Oh.
about it. So the day Anne came to visit, right? I had to drive to Pennsylvania to get Anne, and I drive home, and so it was after supper time by the time we got back. And my kids are sitting at the table. He made some sort of like steak and rice, but the rice was black rice, and they were like, "Daddy said this is gopher guts," and that's the reason why my husband doesn't cook, because I just personally cannot take it. Because then I'm the one who is left having to deal with the fact that he lied to them about what it is and that they have
That's
to eat
awesome.
it. And yeah, he thinks he's funny.
He
Right, Ann?
doesn't cook, but he cleans. So
Mhm.
should I drop dead, they will eat a lot of breakfast foods and burgers because that's all he knows how to cook.
But
But
the house will be clean.
but the house will be clean. But my oldest can cook, but he only learned that so because the honeys like it when you can cook. So he stopped trying when he started getting honeys, and so now I'm like, well, you can still cook for me, but now he works all day long in a manual job. So I
Hmm.
get it. He doesn't want to come home and cook. I'm like, but we don't want to come home and cook and clean either, and we have to. So if you don't like what I'm making, then you could go cook something else.
Yep. Part of life,
So
dude.
so he eats a lot of. I notice a lot of nights there's pancakes being made at like 10 o'clock. I just like smell pancakes. I'm like, oh, I guess he's making himself some pancakes. Like, okay, whatever. I don't care.
But whatever. Sooner or
I mean,
later, somebody.
I don't purposely cook what they don't like, but I also got tired of eating the same four things.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So,
got to
you know,
branch out a bit.
I'm like, I'll incorporate what you do like, but not every week. We're not a cafeteria. We're not eating the same things every week.
We
So,
made banana bread today, and let me tell you, that
ooh,
was
I love
freaking
it.
delicious. Although the recipe I used called for cinnamon, and I don't usually put the cinnamon in, and I did. And so I can only eat one piece, and I'm very sad.
Oh, because you're allergic?
So, mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
You
And
have
I've been
cinnamon
eating
in
too
your
much
house even
cinnamon.
when it kills you?
What?
You have cinnamon in your house even when it kills you?
It doesn't kill me. It gives me acne.
Oh,
Oh,
I
really?
get dermatitis. So you guys can't see because my lighting is good, but
oh.
I break out like right here, and
Wow.
it's from eating cinnamon. And if I eat too much of it, I have to go get antibiotics. So it's just a pain in the ass. It's
One
not
would
like
call
I'm
that an
gonna die.
allergy. Maybe not eat it.
Hmm?
I said one would call that an intolerance or an allergy and not eat it.
But if I do, so like because it's the holidays, there's been a lot of cinnamon around, so I've eaten more than usual. But generally, like
Yeah.
if I have a slice of pie or something else once in a
Mm,
while, it doesn't matter. But anyway, like I
pie.
said, I apparently cannot stop talking today. I'm sorry, friends.
I made peanut butter pie and it's about halfway gone, so I've got some work to do.
Oh, that sounds good.
I've, I've never heard of a cinnamon allergy. I
Yeah,
guess you
it's
could be allergic to
I
anything.
have,
mhm.
yeah.
Wow. Yeah, because
Okay.
I'm allergic to eggplant. Can't have it
That's
at
that's an
all.
odd.
Sounds like a really weird.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
someone who's a vegetarian, the fact that I can't eat eggplant and that's what everybody gives you.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, I found
Oh,
out the
that's
hard way.
upsetting.
Well, it's like I don't even care. Like I don't even
Uh-huh.
really like it. It's fine. But what happens is I turn beet red like a lobster. So
Yeah.
I found, and so I tend to avoid it. But once at a work function, there was a choice of like some kind of a meat thing or eggplant or a fish. And I just was like, I don't really feel like having fish today. Don't really want the meat. So I'll have eggplant. But at a work function, of course, where I have to receive an award in front of people, I was like
Oh,
beat red
no.
and eating
Oh,
some. And it's
no.
like the person who I was next to, one of my coworkers, was like, "Stop eating it. You really need to quit." And it's like, well, it's too late now.
Yeah, you're
But,
already
yeah.
red either way, so
Yeah, I can't get any redder than I was. So
yeah.
that was good. Yeah.
Just
No, but-
eggplant or all nightshades? Because a lot of people are allergic to nightshades, but you're only allergic to eggplant or other stuff.
I think she's frozen.
Oh, I think she's
Oh.
frozen.
Eggplant got her.
Eggplant
Apparently.
took her out. Took her out.
Eggplant said, I heard you're talking smack.
It says eggplant has lots of nicotine.
What?
I didn't know about that. That's what this, right? Did I read that properly? That's what it says.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Weird. I don't know. I worked on an Amish restaurant. Oh,
I recently found out that a coworker is allergic to chickpeas. He's like, yeah.
really? So
Yeah,
do you
he's like-
slip them to him when he's
That's unfortunate.
bugging you?
No, well, the thing is that he like eyes wide open be like, I found out recently I really loved hummus. And guess what?
Oh no.
Oh,
He's like,
no.
my throat feels a little weird. I'm like, absolutely stop. He's like, I love it though.
Oh no! Stop
There
for
we go.
real.
Eggplant
She's
didn't get her.
back.
Eggplant was
Eggplant took
trying
her
to get
out.
me. Yeah, really. So what are other nightshade? What is
don't know.
nightshade?
I think
Never
that's
heard
what
of
the
I think it's
eggplant
like-
is in the
I think it-
family.
Yeah.
Like tomatoes and other. And I know it's a highly allergic fruit and vegetable.
Oh, really? No, just eggplant and then kiwis. Can't have a
Mm.
kiwi.
Ooh,
Huh.
one of my kids really likes kiwi, but the last time they had some, they said the top of my mouth is real itchy, and I said, so we're gonna stop
Me
eating
too.
that now. Yeah,
Yeah, that happens
Yeah.
to me also.
Mm.
And I love the taste, but can't eat it.
Yeah,
Because once I
they
had,
love it too.
also at work, as I was like at the time into like making smoothies for myself, like fruit things, just to have something at work, and I was like, my throat's itchy and it feels like it's closing. Like probably shouldn't be. Yeah, I should be able to breathe. Not a good idea.
Generally, it's always a bonus.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, at the place where I worked, I don't think that they would have noticed that I would have been gone. So it's like I probably should do this, stop drinking it for my own benefit. My cat would miss me if I didn't come home. So.
There was like a wild story. It was a couple weeks back, but woman dies at her desk at like a Wells Fargo, and it took like 4
Yes.
days for her to be found.
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
Isn't that sad?
I saw
Yeah.
I did not hear that. Why did it take so
Yeah.
long?
I have no idea. I just
They-
saw the headline.
I
Yeah,
wonder
they
if
had
it was because of the
security.
holiday.
No, they had security there, and apparently the security guard, as far as I understand, wasn't doing good sweeps of the building
Obviously.
or something. Or maybe it's
Apparently.
still under investigation or something. Yeah, I heard about that. I thought that is the
I mean, she must
saddest
have had
thing.
her own office. Surely she wasn't like at a cubicle with other people. I
Well,
don't
that's
know.
why I was
thought she
wondering
was
if it was like Thanksgiving, because if it was
don't
like
know.
Before that.
over the
Yeah.
holiday. Oh,
No,
okay.
it was before that because I remember it.
Yeah. I mean,
I
I've
mean,
heard
I was-
of people. Sorry.
That's okay.
Go ahead.
I've heard of people passing away at my former job, and I think that that is just one of the saddest things. Like knowing passing away somewhere where it is like just a job to you, I think is
Yeah.
really sad. Like you're not even
Right.
the last thing you thought of was, oh, I have to go to work and do this thing I don't like. Like I
Right.
mean, there are worse ways
Right.
to pass, but I just feel like that's super tragic for
Yeah.
them and for their families.
Yeah. No, it is. I don't.
That's why don't kill yourself for a job that will replace you tomorrow. So
Yeah.
True story.
Yeah. Well, I think most
Yeah.
jobs are probably like that, I guess. Like most
they are, but
average
people
jobs.
like, don't take your vacation, take your days off, do what you need to do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I was
Your
very
job is just
guilty
your
of
job.
never doing that.
your
Yep.
job is just your job.
Yeah, I planned life events around work back then. It
Yeah.
was a very different mindset.
Yep.
Trust me, I'm fully prepared every day to just slap the credit card, the keys on the table, and go, peace.
Peace.
It's been fun. Bye.
Well, that's
Well,
why
then-
I work for myself, because
Yeah.
yeah, I like to. I mean, it's still a job, but it's not the same as
Yeah.
going to
yeah.
some soul sucking.
Yeah.
At least I get to do my own thing.
Yeah. And it's rewarding. You're making a positive impact on at least that one little man who you
Right.
talk
Mhm.
to. It's
Yep.
very sweet.
Yep.
And he gets clean toilets, which is
Yeah.
a benefit.
I mean,
him
everybody wins.
specifically, but everyone.
Win-win.
Yep. Yep. But yeah, no, it's good.
Hey,
It's
I'm
all
friends
good.
with the lady that cleans our office at work. Shoot.
Mhm.
Thank God she comes because I don't want to do it.
People like I don't understand why people aren't nice to I- the people that do the jobs that a lot of people think are below them. It's
Right.
not because they're not smart enough to do other jobs or whatever. I do
Right.
mine because I can make my job work for me. I'm not working
Right.
for it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And why would you be mean to the lady that cleans
Right.
your bathroom and your office and your
Right. Or cooks your
who
food
knows
or
what
picks up
she
your
thinks?
trash or yeah.
Are you reading the story that Sherry has in the chat? The lady
No, I
was
didn't
lost
see it.
down a sinkhole.
Wait,
What?
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 Wait, what?
Okay, hold on. Let me find
Please
it.
share. Please share
Yeah.
with the class.
Okay. Please pray for this grandma, 64, in our county went looking for her cat and disappeared down in a sinkhole, which wasn't there yesterday. And then there's more. She had her granddaughter in the car, which ended up being 20 feet away from the sinkhole opening. And was left overnight in below freezing conditions, but she's okay. Grandma is possibly 30 feet below.
Oh my
Whoa!
word. How are they not already in the hole looking for her? Like
I don't
that
know.
would have been job one. Let's go to the hole and go down there.
Well, she says later it's still a rescue mission, but crazy. Like
Yeah.
Holy moly.
down the hole, I guess.
Yeah.
My
It's like-
goodness.
Bringing back Baby Jessica vibes from the 80s. Remember that? Man. We must save grandma.
No, I think that
My
I'm just a couple of years younger than you, so
You don't remember Baby Jessica?
no.
Oh man. That was
When
such
was
a
Baby
big thing.
Jessica?
Was it even the 80s or was it in the early 90s?
No. I feel like I would
I don't
remember it if
remember,
it was
but
the
she
early
fell down
90s.
she fell down a pipe in her yard.
Oh wait,
And-
I remember that.
Yeah, and she was in there for days. I don't remember how long she was in there, but it was a big like
I don't
news
believe you.
media thing of like how to get her out, without hurting her, and
Okay, hold on.
now she's gonna Google Baby Jessica.
Candy says it was the 80s.
Then I must have
So
just
the
heard
Smith
about it, then,
sheepy.
but still.
I remember being on the news and everything, and I remember hearing all about Baby Jessica, and
Baby Jessica.
I remember the video of them getting her out, and like, so she lived. She came out the hole. Spoiler. for
Says he
anybody.
says, yep,
Baby Jessica walks among us now.
She's fine.
1987. Yep, says he's got it. So that's why I don't remember. I was 4, so like
Oh.
yeah.
Well, I was only 8.
Well, I was one of those kids, like my brother makes fun of me. He's like, how did we grow up in the same house and you don't have any of the same memories as me? Because I don't remember shit. And he remembers every single thing that ever happened. So that's why I don't remember anything. I'm great to get into an argument with because like I will never be the person who's like, well, that time you did that thing. Because I don't remember it, so it's fine. I'm not mad. Just saying. They almost had to amputate her leg. I'm gonna have to go read the story. I mean, I've heard about it, but I don't remember. I don't
Yeah.
remember anything. That's insane.
Well, I hope they find Grandma because that is terrifying.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
how
sorry, we got off track. Oh shit.
So if Baby Jessica can make it, Grandma can make it. But I mean,
Oh
how
my
the
goodness.
hell? Like 30 feet?
Can't-
Dang.
That's far. Candy says, I was graduating high school and dear Anne wasn't born yet. True story. Anne is a baby. I was trying to give her advice, like I'm her parent. I don't try to parent her. It's just that I've lived, those extra 10 years, and so sometimes I'm like, hey, what if you did this instead? Like,
Yes, but at the same time, Anne is older than all of us, so I don't really try to.
well,
At the same time, Anne's still looking for the return of the British Empire. So, whatever. That's fine. That's cool.
well, this was something that she is not more mature than me, and actually, believe it or not. And so I was
Gotcha.
trying to give her a hand. But I don't think she listens to me. She is just like having another kid. I give her advice, and then she's like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." She wanders away.
It's like,
That's why
appreciate
I
it,
love.
bro.
That's why I love to ask the question: Do you want to talk? Do you want me to listen, or do you want me to help? Because those are two different functions. So if
They
you want
are
me
two
to just
different functions.
listen, I'll listen. And you
For the record, it was good
brainstorm.
advice. I'm not just discounting it out of hand. I'm just
No, I give her advice. I don't expect her to do anything, but maybe sometimes it percolates and it'll come out later in her
Yes,
own way.
exactly. You never know.
That's all I'm hoping for. They're all youngins.
No, let me tell you what youngins is. First of all, it's
Okay.
weird enough when your own kid works for you. That's weird. But second of all, like when you have to put them into like QuickBooks, you have to put their birth dates in there. I'm like, I know what I was doing then. Like it's like what? How are you old enough to have a job? I'm like, no, your birthday can't be that. No.
Yeah.
Like when more of the guys at work birthdays start with a 2 than a 1, it starts to feel really scary.
No. Yeah. No, I've got a kid that's like almost as tall as me. And they were born in 13, and I'm like, excuse me? Like, what? This is not even possible. I'm sorry.
illegal.
But yeah.
I do love to watch like the Gen X pages and stuff because they're like, people are always like, why do we not mess with Gen X people? It's like, well,
Well, let me tell you. I love that, and it's funny because I'm a millennial, but I
We
don't
were
feel like I
feral
should
before
be.
things were feral. So
Yeah.
I sometimes think that, the reason that Kamala Harris kept saying she was raised in a middle-class household was because she's Gen X. It seems to be a talking point among y'all.
Lori says that you and I are younger than her kids. Sorry, thanks. But no, but seriously, I'm like on the edge of the whole Gen X thing, and I'm not a millennial. Like I can't. I'm not. It's fine. Just saying.
I like to say I'm the Star Wars generation. I think that segment out of the Star Wars movies was its own generation.
Gotcha.
Like 1978 through what, 82? I think it was.
Oh, I'm almost that. I'm like just on the that's the thing though. I'm like just on the edge. I'm that generation. My brother said we're Zennials, which is the in between. I'm like,
Oh, I
whatever.
have heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I was actually born the day Jedi came out. Cool.
Oh, that is cool.
I don't know what day that was, but yeah, nice.
All right. Well, my menfolk are home, so it is time to hear them complain about
Cool.
dinner and go eat mine.
Well, enjoy that.
And
Hope you like your beef
progress on my
stew.
blanket.
Nice job.
So pretty.
All right.
Fabulous.
Thanks for having me, peeps.
Thanks. We'll see you later.
Bye. Nice to see you,
Bye.
Polka Dot.
Nice to meet you and see you again.
Bye.
Bye.
Polka Dot is like on the third thing she's picked up.
I know. I was going to ask, what are these things you're working on now?
Oh, they're just baby hats that were started but never finished. Because what I've noticed, or what's worked for me this year, is starting a lot of stuff. I don't necessarily have to finish everything at once, but like make in bulk, because otherwise when I'm out of something, I don't want to have to start all the way at the beginning. I just have like stashes, which is, it's not pretty, but like stashes of like, say for Christmas, red and green hats or blue hats or whatever. And that way I can catch up, especially I overbooked myself again this year where I had an event 3 Sundays in a row. So that really gives me, especially during the week, such a short period of time to get anything done. So I'm trying to catch up for next week when I hopefully sell more stuff, which I hope, but we'll see. But at least they'll be done. They'll be done now.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So how many shows do you do? You've done
It kind of this year, maybe 8 or 10, something like
Wow.
that. Something,
That's
it's somewhere
amazing.
between 7 and 10. I honestly couldn't even tell you because I've had some duds in there that I don't even remember what day that was, but they were so bad that I kind of was just like, well, that happened.
Just
Yeah.
block it out of your memory.
Yeah. The tricky thing is trying to find shows that are a good fit, because in the area there's a bunch, but then which one do you go to? Which one do you apply for when they're all on the same day?
Right.
You know, like I a couple weeks ago went to one where I should have went to with a different organization. I picked this other one because I thought, oh well, they're cheaper, it's closer or more convenient or whatever. Should not have done it because it was just such a bust for me. I mean, for other people, I'm sure it was okay, but just for what I was doing, it just was completely not. It just wasn't worth the time of going. So finding good venues and finding ones that are specifically towards craft, because I find that there are some shows where it's like flea and craft, or resellers, or you know, that kind of stuff, where when you have a made item, if someone can go across the way and get something similar for cheaper, that's what they do. Like the whole handmade thing isn't like, they don't value that as much as other shows where everything is handmade. You know, you go to fully craft area shows because you want something handmade. Some people just want to shop, which is good, but doesn't really help the handmade vendor when, you know, like I said, that they can get it cheaper, a couple tables that way.
Yeah. I
But
used to do a lot of shows, and our problem was with like the MLM people. Like 31 there's those companies are starting to like kind of go by the wayside, but it would be all of those and people wouldn't want to do it. And then the area I live in, like it's kind of rural, and so people don't have the money to buy handmade, unfortunately. Like I probably needed to find stuff in the city that would have been geared more towards like people who are going to buy those things, because I had one woman, her granddaughter was begging her for this hat. It was $20. It was acrylic yarn, but it used like a whole skein of yarn, took 5 or 6 hours to knit. I mean, it's a hat. And the grandma's like, oh no, we'll just go to Walmart and buy you one. And I was like, well, that was probably the last show I did. I was like, it's just demoralizing. You know.
I know.
It was COVID time too. Like after that was COVID, and now once that stopped, I was like, I'm not doing this anymore.
Well, I did notice post election, people's spending is a little bit more so than it has been in the past, and people were a lot friendlier, which I was happy to see. Like before, it seemed like a lot of them like didn't want to talk much. Which I mean, I know I'm a blabbermouth, but in general, like I'm not very forthcoming. Like I'm not extroverted in that. Like I'll just approach somebody. I'd never do that. But this time, more people actually wanted to like chat about whatever, and I was like, oh, isn't that nice? They even said Merry Christmas, so I was like, oh, well, Merry Christmas to you too, guys. You're not just saying, you know, Happy Holidays or, you know, something generic or something like that. So that was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
It's interesting because we haven't spoken to you since the election. Woohoo! But
Trump dance.
I mean, I spoke to her, but she was on the Trump show, so it's not quite the same.
I haven't. I'm sorry, I wasn't there. But then I lost my thought. No, it's weird how much. Sorry, it's it's like we were all kind of holding our breath when the election happened. I'm like, look,
Yeah.
maybe shouldn't have felt so dire, but it really did. Okay, we were really worried about this one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, truthfully, anything could have happened. As much effort as was done by, Trump's side, you never really know how people are going to behave. Like it's such a wild card, and you don't know how like how all the electoral college stuff goes and whatever, or popular vote, all that kind of stuff. It really was. I was super nervous. I mean, accepting of whatever happened, like I wasn't gonna react negatively if it went the other way. I wouldn't be happy about it, but we're still in this country. We have to accept whatever comes our way. But I was pleased that it did go the way I hoped. I will admit that.
Yeah.
I think,
Yep.
I mean, you said with spending too, that I definitely felt that way after the election of, woohoo, my money's going to be worth something now. Christmas spending is on.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
And now I have to, would have to double down for, well, guys, financially, things aren't going to get better for a while. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. Can I just tell you, I was at a supermarket today, and it was a small, like, family supermarket, and I'm gonna make my husband cheesecake because his birthday's coming up, and I was looking at the canned cherries to put on it. In the supermarket, Duncan Hines canned cherries were $10.
Whoa.
$10 for a can of cherries, and I was like, so I don't know, maybe it's because of where I live, but I still don't feel like I can spend much because I'm dealing with that. Oh, I would enjoy buying my kids some milk or some eggs. Oh, well, that's going to be $9 for 18 eggs. Like,
wow.
Thank you. So,
yeah, well, like I have to do my grocery shopping in multiple stores because I can't just go to one. Like I know in my area, Aldi has the cheapest eggs. So that's where I get my eggs, and because their prices change every week. So you get as much to get you into next week before the price changes again.
yep.
But like it's you really have to. My mom always says you have to know your prices because you can't really just you can't just do everything in one store. And it's 100% true. Even with the coupons, with card saving, like, the discount cards and stuff, like you really gotta, it's a job just to buy groceries now.
Well, I almost exclusively shop at Aldi, but like I was in this other town and I had to take my kids somewhere, and there's a grocery store there. So like for me to go to Aldi, it would have been like 15 minutes out of my way. So then I factor in the whole, like, we don't have any milk for tomorrow morning. So it's worth it for me to spend the extra dollar, even though it hurts my heart and it's one of those stores that like runs deals. So I don't usually shop there, but I'll kind of like look up and down the aisles to see if something's on sale that I could use or save for later. And so that's mostly what I was doing. But yeah, no, I never shop anywhere other than Aldi. I just I can't justify it. It's awful. And if I can't get it at Aldi, I don't buy it, or I look for sales, or but someone said homesteaders are laughing at us all right now, for real.
Yeah,
and
probably.
I can't get chickens because I live in a neighborhood and we're not allowed to. Somebody had chickens in our neighborhood, and then there were rats. So that was really, really excellent for everybody involved. Because,
Yikes.
So, because somebody in the comments had said get chickens. I can't. I don't like rats more than I don't like buying $10 eggs.
Right, yeah.
Chickens are
What,
fun.
Ann?
I've had chickens before. Chickens are fun. Miss Sheepy said she's swimming in eggs, and it's eggnog season. I love eggnog.
I've never had eggnog. It's another one of those things I've never eaten.
It's custard in a glass, and it's
Is it gross?
Oh, it's amazing.
No, I don't like it. It's one of those things.
I like to drink.
Either you like it or you don't.
So with a little nutmeg and whipped cream on top. So good.
That's adding to my list of things I have to try. Like tomato soup this year, which is the first, this year at my age is the first time I had tomato soup.
That's crazy.
Is there a reason?
Just it was never part of my childhood. Grilled cheese, yeah. Just never thought about having soup, tomato soup, period. It just was not like peanut butter and jelly. Some people grow up with that as a staple as a kid. Never had it till I was, I don't know, in my 20s because it just was not, it just wasn't a thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just it never appealed to me and I didn't have FOMO about it. But a couple weeks ago I was sick, so my husband had gotten me soup because it was the only thing I thought of maybe I could swallow it, like because my throat was real bad.
Right.
But I was like, okay, soup is not disgusting. Good to know. All right, I can eat this.
Nice.
I mean, it was store-bought, like, Trader Joe's soup, but still soup is soup. I mean,
Yeah.
it tasted like pizza, really. Hot pizza. Liquid.
I like to put crushed red pepper in my tomato soup because then I think it tastes better. So that's just me.
Yeah.
I'll have to try that.
So, all right. I can cook, I promise. But one of my like nemesises is anything that involves a griddle. So if it's like, oh, it's like a simple thing, and it's pancakes. You can cook like proper things. Why is pancakes a problem? Grilled cheese sandwich, burn that sucker. I don't know what my deal is. I just like maybe I just need to sit down, like kind of sit at the feet of a master and figure out this whole griddle deal, but I just can't get it right.
Just put it in a frying pan. Don't use a griddle.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. But also, I have problems.
And then you can't have the heat too high.
Yeah, you got to keep it like low.
No higher than like medium.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then you can't wander away.
Yeah.
I don't know if you do or not, but
there was some assumptions in there. I'm just saying. Did y'all hear that? Y'all hear that?
Look, sometimes I wander away when I'm doing things.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. No higher than medium, maybe a little, I don't know what kind of stove you got, but a tick under medium on my stove. And then you gotta make sure you have enough butter on it. And then you just wait and you can tell. And then if you're not sure, you lift it up and you look at it. And if it's not ready, you put it back down. And if it's ready, you flip it.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, that I can do.
I can make those too.
Really? Yeah, I can't do cake and I can't do pie.
Oh.
Can't do it. I tried making pie for things. I can't do it. It just doesn't turn out. I tried doing pie for Thanksgiving. The filling tasted fine. The crust itself, abysmal.
Oh,
like I took scratch.
Well, I used like one of those like pie mix things, like where it's like, oh, you add your butter and whatever on your, you mix it, but all the dry ingredients are together. So water, butter, mix. I thought, how hard could this be? Well, too hard for me because the filling was fine. The crust was, I didn't even serve it. Like I snuck out to the kitchen just to like taste it, have a cheeky little cut a piece. And I was like, oh no, I put it right back in the thing that I brought it in. And I was like, good thing someone else brought something because it's not apple pie.
So yeah, Tree says go buy the ready ones because pie crust is hard. And either you do it or you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'd like to try doing it like the start to finish, but I don't know, maybe it's not in my hands. I just don't have it. Like knitting, like I can't do that either.
Maybe it's something where you're like, actually, I'm brilliant at pie crust. It's just the ready mix ones that I couldn't get a handle.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, try it from scratch. My stepdad makes the absolute best pies. I'll get his pie crust recipe. It's from a super old Betty Crocker. But
okay.
And he just started making pies like 10 years ago. And like people, like family members, like come over and hang out with him to learn how to do it. I don't know how he does it, but I'll send you his recipe if I remember.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
No guarantees.
I was gonna say I once made the mistake. Family was sitting around. We were watching the Great British Baking Show. Who brought a pie? Me. Who had a super thick crust on that pie? And everyone's doing the Paul Hollywood thing, going like, tapping the bottom. Like, this is a little thick. I think it's a little soggy. I'm just like, screw all y'all. My pie's amazing.
Funny. That's very funny. Can't do cake either, though. I don't know if that's a me thing or if that's just like, I don't know. I don't know. Something about it. They never turn out they just the texture is wrong. The flavor just doesn't turn right. I don't know. Something about cake. Can't even do a cupcake. I can do cookies, no problem. Cookies is very easy for me. Cake, I don't know. Something
Really?
about it. Yeah.
I make all the cakes for like the kids' birthdays and stuff.
Oh,
I love to bake.
yeah.
And I'll make them from scratch. But yeah, I think baking is one of those things. And see, I'm a pretty terrible cook, but I can bake. So, and like we used for a while in the fall, we were getting HelloFresh meals. I can make those very well. They gave me everything I needed, and they said, "Okay, step one, do this. Step two, do this. And I think that that's part of why I'm good at baking because if you say, "Okay, you're going
Mm.
to do this and then yeah, I can do that." If it's like salt to taste, I'm like, "But whose taste? Maybe I don't like much salt. Maybe you like more. I don't know."
See, that's why I like cooking better than baking because baking has the set rules and when it goes in the oven, it's done. You've either killed it or it lives. There's no way to know
Yeah.
until it comes back out again. And cooking, I can be like, how are we going to do this? Let's let the stars decide.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. We made banana bread today. It was delicious. It was fabulous. I followed the recipe. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
So,
I don't
do
know.
you do you cook
Something.
like Anne? Can,
Oh,
can you
me?
just put things in a pot and cook and it's
No, cooking I can do. Like by now, like I can actually make chicken, even though I don't eat chicken. I know how to cook like mac and cheese from scratch. Like a lot of I cook every day, every meal. I do it. It's just for some reason there's certain things when I try, like cake, like pie, and I think there's something else I can't do. I think steak. I murder it. I don't know what I'm doing. And
yeah.
I guess too like with cookies or like something easy if you kind of miss a step, it's forgivable. Like if you skip something goes a little wrong, you can kind of salvage it. But I think like with cakes and the stuff that I don't cook or bake properly, if you do not go 1, 2, 3, 4 in the steps, which I tend to like, I'll skip to like, number 4 when I should be doing number 2 because
Mhm.
I'm not looking. I ruin it. Totally ruin it.
Here. Baking is science, cooking is art. I am not an artist. That's all I have to say on the matter.
Well, the great thing about art and science is that once you go too far in one direction, it flips around and becomes the other thing again.
Mm,
So,
true.
but yeah, something that I have, I think that's going to be a small one.
Sorry.
No, but like I used to make a lot of bread, and it was a standard bread recipe. And once you make a lot of bread, you can get a feel for it and everything else.
Yeah.
And the last loaves I made were pathetic, and then I made more, and they were worse. And I'm just like, what have I done? Where is my touch? Why is this a failure?
I can make bread because you follow the steps and then you knead it for 10 minutes and then you move on. See, that's how I cook. If I have the rules, I can do it. So, anyway. Sorry.
Well, practice helps too. Like I used to not be able to make pizza dough, but once you get the feel, like when it feels right. Like even like certain other recipes, like that my grandmother has used, and like in my family, we always used to say like when it's right. You can't necessarily measure everything because sometimes like we don't historically the ladies in my family we follow a recipe kind of, but if something calls for like oil or water, you kind of just go, that's probably, how much it needs. But I don't know. I guess sometimes strict recipes where it really makes a difference, like pie crust, it just, I don't know.
Yeah.
My nemesis. I need to conquer it, but maybe I just haven't found the right recipe. Because once when, oh my God, maybe like 10 years ago, tried to make salsa. And the recipe said 1 cup of cilantro. I think that was a mistake because I don't think you'd ever put a cup of cilantro in anything. It
unless
tasted
you're
like
making like a unless you're making like a giant tub of salsa. You weren't.
Just
I've
like
put
a
cups of
serving.
cilantro and things.
Yeah, well, it tasted like soap. So I think sometimes the recipes that you find online, you kind of should vet them, because I think I probably pick some duds sometimes, like that one with a cup of cilantro. I'll never forget it. We still refer to that as like the cilantro incident. Like we'll never make anything like that again. It was the pits.
That's fantastic. The cilantro
It was
incident.
horrible.
Here, this is the second person who said that pie crust needs really cold water.
Oh,
So.
and time.
Hmm?
Yeah, see, I would have probably just dumped it. That's probably what
Mhm.
I did wrong. Mm.
Well, I don't know about that mix to make the crust though. Like I don't know if that's
Well, I
different
did
than
it.
regular crust.
I did it once, and I made small little pies. Like instead of taking all the dough and putting it into one pan, I took small portions and put it into like a cupcake one. So there's like tiny guys, and those turned out perfectly fine, which is why I thought, cocky me, oh, if I can do little ones, I can make one big one. It saved me time, but no, it did not act the same.
Whoa.
Yeah, how embarrassing. But like I said, at least someone else brought a dessert that I didn't feel too bad. I was like, well, there's just not pie this year. Have something else. I'm gonna leave now. With
I'm gonna go cry with my pie.
Cry
Thank you very
in
much.
Hopefully.
I'm just gonna stare at it. Like, what is wrong with you? I had faith in you. You're supposed to be a pie.
It just sits there on the counter for like weeks. It's like, are you gonna clean it up? No. I have to absorb what I've done.
Yeah. I actually had it in the fridge until I think yesterday, because I just had it in there. I'm like, I got to do something with this. Do I throw it away? Do I try to? I just throw it away. It's like, as it can't sit any longer. It's going to turn into a science experiment. Just chuck it. Chalk it up to experience. There's nothing I can do.
Yeah. It's a bummer.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll have to try again when it's not high stakes like Thanksgiving. Like maybe some random Wednesday I'll make a pie just because. And if it doesn't turn out, no one needs to know but me. And then my husband, when I complained to him about pie didn't work again. But that's all right.
Oh well.
That's his job to listen to that.
Oh yeah.
I gotta say, as per the comment section, I am very anti-bread machine. I don't like
Really?
it.
Never used one.
I never have either. My grandma had one, and I have a very bad view of them because I loved my grandma very much, but she was probably where I get some of my cooking skills from. She was the absolute worst cook ever. And so I remember her making probably like, 7 grain weird ass bread in it. And so I just always thought bread machines were gross. And I understand that that's a personal prejudice thing, but I like to knead the dough. I like to make it. It's kind of, meditative,
What
something.
does bread machine do? Like, what's the benefit of that versus doing it by hand?
You don't have to knead
like a
it.
rice cooker in that, except you pour all of the bread stuff in, and then it kneads it, and then it bakes it, and you pop the loaf out that way. Like,
oh, wow, okay.
But there's like holes in the bottom of it because that's what the mixing element is still in the whole thing,
Oh.
So, and then it's a weird shape. It's not like a normal bread shape.
Yeah, it's kind of like a rectangle. It's kind of strange.
Yeah, I'm like, you can't really like sandwich bread is a little more difficult that way. But yeah, a mother of a friend of mine had a bread machine, and I never liked the bread. So prejudice against her.
So you're probably in the same boat that I'm in.
The bread sucked, but
hate your mom's bread. It was the worst.
Your mom's a really nice lady, and I wish her well. Her bread, though, not good. No, but also, this is a very important memory to me. I was a teenage girl making bread in the kitchen, so I'm like, it says to knead the bread dough, but I'm going to use the dough hook. And my mother looked at me very seriously and said that I was bad and lazy, and I'm going to wreck her good mixer, so I should just do it by hand. And I'm like, okay, mother, I'll be a virtuous child who then needs the bread. So that's in my mind. I'm like, look, Dough is a living thing. It's like flesh. It needs to be held. What do you mean just throw it in a mixer? Couldn't possibly. This won't be raised by machines. They'll be raised with love. I'm going to sit here and beat this thing until it becomes more living and the
So
yeast activates.
remember, okay, so I was texting Ann earlier because we do that, and I asked her if the things inside of her head were cartoons running around hitting each other with frying pans, and I think this bread story is a perfect example of why I asked that question. There are little stick figures running around in there, like doing things.
When
Like
you
little stick figure to
hold
the
a
mixing
mound,
machine, and it's like, and it runs away, and
when
it's
you hold a mound of kneaded dough and the texture is perfect, the surface is elastic, you are done. Doesn't it look a little tiny bit like cellulite to you? It doesn't look like a
no,
flesh mass, not even
Yeah,
slightly.
I can
No.
see that. I can
No.
see that.
You don't make that association?
No one slaps the dough. Like you have to slap it. You can't slap it in a bread machine. You have to get, and no matter what the dough is, you got to give it a pat.
Get a good butt pat, you know? You gotta.
You have to. That's how it rises. It needs that encouragement.
That's how you know
Yeah.
it's good. You gotta
Yeah.
put it on its way.
Yeah. Well, certain things like that, I genuinely think you need to actually, like, when it's ready. You know when it's
Mhm.
right, because sometimes, like, you might have added a little more or a little less flour, but you don't know that in a bread machine. Like in kind of like you're going at it blind. I would prefer to,
Yeah.
Do the messy thing of maybe over mixing it, but that's how you know when you've over mixed it. Like when you have a really tough dough, for next time, dial it back.
Yeah, tough dough or added too much flour to it, and then yeah, it's like it rips itself apart, and there's pockets of flour, and you're like, what did I do? You know exactly what you did. You know what you did.
Yes,
I've never had
exactly. It's
that
a
happen
learning
with
thing.
pockets of flour.
Oh, it's bad.
Huh. Interesting.
I've never done that
made
with
a lot
bread.
of
I've done it with pancakes though.
There you go. Made a lot of bread. I've had a lot of failures. Okay,
I mean, that's
I've
how you
also
get good
had
at
a lot of
stuff.
good ones, but we've gone through most every mistake in the book.
Nope.
That's how you become a bread expert, by doing lots of mistakes.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna make bread tomorrow.
Mm.
Now that it finally got cold here. Like our November was weird, and it was still in like the 60s. But now that it's cold, we baked today. I think we're gonna bake tomorrow. Gotta work, but it'll be nice. It'll be a good time. I hope.
Well, anytime towards Christmas time, it's like baking time anyway. It's cozy. Even if it's not too cold outside, it's still like a thing to do.
Yeah, but our kitchen is on the second floor, so it gets stupid hot in my house if I'm baking.
Wow.
So like I don't want to if it's not the proper temperature because like I bake bread in the summer, but it makes me sad because it's too hot. It's not the happy good time that I wish it was.
Mm.
But yeah, I got to do the baking with the kids. Like I don't know what's going on. All of a sudden, it's like time to be doing the stuff. I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
Thanksgiving was a little late this year too.
It was really late this year. It did not help. But that's okay. We're on it. I've wrapped my one kid has like 5 presents under the tree, and then my other kid has like one. And I'm like, don't worry, I just haven't wrapped them all yet. Like, don't freak out. Although I don't have presents for that kid yet. This year they're the hard one. I don't know what to get them.
Yeah, there's always at least one hard kid, no matter what. Like no matter how much you know them, no matter how much you've gotten them great stuff in the past. Like I have that issue with one of my nephews this year. It's like I don't know at all what to give this boy. Nothing. I have no idea, and it's like time crunch. Like
I think what's going on with this one is that they're 11 now, so they don't really want toys, but they don't really know what else they want. It's like it's that age. It's that like
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, like they're not babies, but not big kids where like they'd be happy with just a gift card and like to leave them alone. you know.
Right. Right, exactly. And so that's the part that's difficult. Because Anne was on the phone with me for almost 2 hours last night while I was shopping, right? So we're talking, and then I'd be like, all right, I
It
gotta
was
go talk
nice
to
to
this
go
person.
shopping together. I'm so glad. Finished the toe of that stocking.
Yeah, she did. But and I told my kids that I had gone shopping with Anne, and then they thought she was here, and then I felt really bad because I didn't mean to
Aw.
make them sad. Although the one was just having the night anyway. But yeah, no, the little one, I found all kinds of stuff I could have bought for them because they're still uh that age of somebody said, how about books? I mean, I've got some books for my kid, but I don't want to just buy them books and clothes. Like, I want to find something that they'll want. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's tough.
That's okay.
It really is a tough one. I don't know, because I always feel like they always need something to unwrap. Like, I don't know if that's rational or not, but I always just think like, I don't want to just give you a gift card. I know that'll make you happy, but I want you to like, rip the paper and do the whole thing. Like, I don't know. It doesn't feel right if they don't do that.
Yeah.
Right.
And especially, with some people who are harder to buy for, it's like everyone else is opening stuff and they're like, okay. You don't want that.
Oh,
You do not want that moment.
Yeah.
No, definitely not.
Exactly.
Yeah, and if they see other kids getting stuff, like unwrapping things, I kind of feel bad if they're just sitting there. So I really gotta figure out what to get this one because I'm just totally
How
out of
old is he?
ideas. Probably 10-ish, maybe. Wait,
It's that
no,
same age.
11. Yeah, it's the same sort of age where he's not quite little and he's not quite a big boy. So I know there's things he likes, like sports and stuff, but what do you get a kid who likes sports that he doesn't already have for, when he goes to practices and stuff like that? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And I know boy stuff. Like I'm not so girly that I wouldn't recognize what he wants, but I don't with him, he's so athletic and stuff that it's like I get something of a sports guy you like. I don't know, but like what's
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
He has like a
And that's
sports team, and then you kind of get pigeonholed if they're like, I like a thing, so you always get them something branded on that thing. You're like, well, but I know you like it.
that's what Anna and I were talking
right.
about last night because I'm like, I guess I could get Harry Potter stuff because they like Harry Potter, but like, how much is too much of that? Like,
Yeah. Well, and a genuine fan of it doesn't necessarily want to see like he likes I don't know, some soccer guy or whatever, like say Ronaldo or whatever. Does he really need Ronaldo socks? Like not really. Like that's not really exciting to a kid,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm probably putting more pressure on it than I need to, but that's
Yeah, I think that's the thing too. Miss Sheepy says art stuff. Kids that age still do need art stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Especially like for girls, that's easy. I mean, one of my nieces, I'm doing nail art. Like when I was a kid, there was this brand of books called Klutz, and you kind of learned how to do your nails, like how to paint a little watermelon on it or
cool.
a bear or whatever. So it was really cute, and it wasn't expensive either. But I figured like as she's at that age too, similar to the boy, she's gonna want to start to do her nails or do girly things with her friends, and that's I figure a good way for her to learn something and also do something.
Right.
So hopefully that doesn't go, hopefully it goes over fine. I think it should.
No, that sounds good.
Well,
My niece
girls
would
are
love that
usually
actually.
easier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I found, they have it, the cheapest places on Amazon. Like they do have it in Barnes and Noble, I think, but Amazon was cheapest. And they have a whole little line of how to do stuff. Like if you want them to learn how to sew, how to knit, how to do origami or whatever, there's a whole wide range of crafty things that they can learn how to do with the materials.
That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah. But I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I like to try to be the cool aunt and like get like decent gifts, but we'll see if I've lost my edge. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Kids with their phones are hard to please these days. Not like us, old timers. We were happy to, get a sock and we were thankful. But these kids now, it's different.
Were we ever really thankful with a sock? Were we?
Well,
But still.
I don't know. I mean, I was the kid who used to save the wrapping paper. Like I take my time and like I don't just tear it. I like to like I appreciate the pattern, look at it. Oh, it looks so cool. You know, big surprising big nerd about like things that don't matter.
Okay. Got those good
That's
grandma
funny.
skills.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I mean, I always
You've
buy my family.
internalized the Great Depression. I understand this. I also have
Yeah,
that.
see?
You can tell by my don't ruin the mixer.
See? Yeah. See that?
That's
No, I don't want to
funny.
ruin. I even have like fabric that it's like I can't use that. That's the good fabric. I just need to keep it for a special occasion. It never comes, but you know.
Yeah. Sometimes you just have to use the good stuff. I'm
I
using this
know.
good yarn. I've had the Sweet Mountain Crafts yarn for, I don't know, at least 6 months, probably longer. And
Mm.
I was like, I don't know what to make with it. I don't know what to make with it. And I decided to make a hat for that guy. So hopefully he likes it. He likes
Is
color.
it? Are you gonna do
Hmm?
solid colors or?
Yeah, it's gonna. Oh, where's my yarn? It fell under my chair. Um, it's a little bit variegated. So it's
Oh,
blue
cute.
and it's got some lighter spots. And then you can't see them on here, but there's a few spots that are like got a little maroon in it and stuff. So
Oh,
it's pretty
cool.
cute.
Nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, so hopefully it works out. But yeah, I don't know. The kid thing will work out too. Don't put so much
Yeah.
pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
But
You have to have
all right,
time to
guys.
go out and do shopping. But,
You don't have,
well,
hey, is there anything at the craft things that you could get him? No, probably. A lot of that stuff tends to lean
um,
girly.
not
Like, could you shop
not
other
really.
vendors?
I have, but a lot of times, they just don't have the things that I'd be looking for him. Like a lot of it is just good for the nieces, perfectly
Hmm.
easy, but for boy, mm,
Yeah,
eh,
it's hard.
yeah,
It'll all work out. But
yeah, eventually.
I'm gonna go because it's after 8 and
Oh yeah.
I want to go see what my people are doing. So, oh, somebody said that yo-yos are making a big comeback for boys.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Good point. Glad I
Something to
said
think about.
something.
And you could get a cool one too.
Yeah,
Lights up, shoots sparks, whatever it is. Find something neat.
yeah, right.
But
Something his parents will hate.
Or something that really shoots
yeah,
sparks. Get them a lighter.
no.
Yeah, again, fireworks.
All right, guys. So on that note, we're not buying any of our kids fireworks, and I'm gonna go.
No.
That was a joke. Anyone
Yeah,
who
joke.
already got
Joke
for
I
aside.
child sparks.
know, I know. I'm just saying. It's the allegedly. I had to put it on there.
Alleged.
So, chat people, thanks for coming. It's been fun.
Wait,
And
I know
oh,
you're
what?
gonna go, but
Oh, yeah.
also, Miss Polkadot, did you bring your elves?
I did.
Oh,
I did.
okay.
Okay, so these
Sorry.
are my two
Sorry,
little elves. They're little fellas. These are
they're
new.
so
See,
cute.
they wave.
But
They
but
have
why
a
are they
thread
so
in.
cute?
They have thread in their arms, like little classic teddy bears, so you can kind of like pose them if you wanted to. Arms up, arms
Oh,
down, like that. So, and
Mhm.
you know, pattern on each side, and they're fully soft. I don't put any Beanie Baby beans in these. They're just like squishy, like huggables. And
Oh,
in my
very
mind,
cute.
they're twins. So in the Etsy listing, I wrote a whole little story about like what they like to do, and I don't know.
they're so cute.
That's so
And
funny.
and there's no Wednesday Adamsing. So if you take the hat off, it's a full head. It's not like it's bald here. So because I know a lot of people were taking the Wednesday Adams like plushies in the store and like flipping their heads open, so it was all
Yeah.
male pattern baldness. But he's got hair both sides.
Got hair the whole way.
Yes.
Very cool. They're very cute.
Thanks.
Cool. All right. So, are you girls ready if I go? So, check out Polka Dot. She's awesome and she's on Etsy. And I don't know if you guys can get any more strudel, but there's some elves that are twins. And so, obviously, they need to go to a happy home together. And, and thanks for being cool. I'll talk to you guys later. I don't know. I just forgot how to do this. So I'm going to go. Bye, guys.
Alrighty, bye.
Bye.